Dear friends, welcome to a personalized episode of Enlighten Me. Today we delve into the Biden administration's efforts to electrify heavy vehicles and the significant strides in offshore wind energy deployment. We'll also explore challenges and innovations within the electric vehicle industry and efforts toward decarbonizing the U.S. industrial sector. The Biden-Harris administration has approved the Sunrise Wind offshore wind project, marking the Department of the Interior's 7th commercial-scale offshore wind project authorization under President Biden. These projects aim to generate over 8 gigawatts, powering approximately 3 million homes and supporting the goal of deploying 30 gigawatts of offshore wind energy by 2030. The initiative is part of Bidenomics and the Investing in America agenda, focusing on economic growth, clean energy investments, and job creation. Secretary Deb Haaland highlighted the project's role in meeting clean energy goals and ensuring national energy security. The Bureau of Ocean Energy Management and partners are working towards the 2030 vision, with 4 offshore wind lease auctions raising almost $5.5 billion. The Sunrise Wind project, located near Martha's Vineyard, will produce 924 megawatt of energy, powering over 320,000 homes and supporting hundreds of jobs. Feedback from various stakeholders led to a project adjustment for environmental considerations, including measures to mitigate impact on fisheries. The Biden-Harris administration announced a groundbreaking $6 billion grant initiative aimed at significantly reducing emissions in the U.S. industrial sector, focusing on metal, paper, and glass industries. This investment, part of the Investing in America agenda, marks the largest industrial decarbonization effort in U.S. history, expected to leverage over $20 billion in total investment and revitalize manufacturing communities while creating union jobs. The U.S. Department of Energy has selected 33 projects across 20 states to kickstart the decarbonization process, addressing the urgent need for reducing greenhouse gas emissions in energy-intensive industries. These projects are pivotal for achieving the administration's climate and domestic manufacturing goals, with nearly 80% located in disadvantaged communities, highlighting a commitment to environmental justice and economic regeneration. Funded by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law and the Inflation Reduction Act, these initiatives are set to reduce over 14 million metric tons of CO2 emissions annually, demonstrating a significant step towards greener industrial practices and sustainable development. The RISE Research Institutes of Sweden released a study contrasting recent flawed reports on decarbonization of heavy freight vehicles and hydrogen energy, highlighting pervasive errors and biased assumptions. Highlighted issues include underestimation of hydrogen production and transportation costs, unrealistic economic modeling, and over-optimistic roles of hydrogen in transportation. A particular focus was on the misleading analysis surrounding hydrogen's economic viability, inflated by erroneous cost estimations and maintenance assumptions. The RISE study, supported by diverse expert review, presents a critical finding. Biofuels, hydrogen, and e-fuels lack potential for significant greenhouse gas emission reductions before 2035 due to scalability and technological limitations, positioning battery electric vehicles, BEVs, as the sole viable strategy for zero tailpipe emissions at scale. It underscores the challenges and urgency in decarbonizing road transportation to meet EU goals, with BEVs emerging as the clear choice for both light and heavy vehicles. The report also critiques the feasibility of electrified road systems by 2035 due to high implementation barriers, while emphasizing the economic and environmental advantage of BEVs over alternatives. Next, we delve into the innovative recycling initiatives. The U.S. Department of Energy announced a $62 million investment for 17 projects to enhance battery recycling for consumer electronics as part of President Biden's Investing in America agenda. This funding, sourced from the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, aims to increase consumer participation in recycling and improve recycling economics. This move comes as EV sales have quadrupled under the Biden-Harris administration, with projections showing a tenfold market expansion for lithium batteries by 2030. The investment focuses on expanding recycling participation through education and outreach, $14.4 million, improving recycling economics via innovative pre-processing and sorting techniques, $40.1 million, and establishing battery collection programs, $7.2 million. These efforts support the administration's goal for EVs to constitute half of all vehicle sales by 2030 by creating a sustainable domestic battery supply chain that lowers consumer costs and enhances the US's manufacturing edge. Additionally, DOE is investing in advancing EV battery recycling and critical material recovery, including a new prize competition for electronic scrap recycling. And now, pivot our discussion towards automotive news. The Biden administration announced a new regulation aimed at significantly increasing the sales of electric or zero-emission heavy vehicles, such as school buses and cement mixers, to combat global warming. The Environmental Protection Agency estimates that by 2032, 25% of new long-haul trucks and 40% of medium-sized trucks could be non-polluting, a significant rise from less than 2% today. The regulation targets over 100 vehicle types, including tractor-trailers and garbage trucks, starting in the model year 2027. Instead of mandating electric truck sales, it sets progressively stricter pollution limits for manufacturers' product lines, leaving them to choose compliance methods, which could include hybrid technologies, hydrogen fuel cells, or enhanced fuel efficiency for conventional trucks. Norway is pioneering the transition to electric mobility, with over 92% of new car sales in February 2024 being electric. However, electric trucks lag behind at 10% of new sales. Innova, a Norwegian agency, aims to boost this by funding the installation of charging stations for electric trucks, allocating 60 million kroner, $5.5 million, to 5 companies. By spring 2025, 19 charging locations with 108 chargers will be set up along major transportation routes. This initiative supports Norway's goal for all new trucks to be electric by 2030. Additionally, the Norwegian Road Administration's trial with an electric snowplow truck has shown promising results, demonstrating the feasibility of electric heavy-duty vehicles in harsh conditions. The US is also planning to install high-power chargers for electric trucks, highlighting a growing interest in electric commercial vehicles globally. Fisker, an electric vehicle startup, faced significant internal disarray as it lost track of millions of dollars in customer payments amid scaling up deliveries. This led to an internal audit initiated in December, revealing lapses in tracking transactions, including down payments and full vehicle prices. The chaos diverted resources from sales efforts during a crucial restructuring phase. In some instances, vehicles were delivered without securing payment, attributed to inadequate internal procedures for monitoring transactions. The situation was exacerbated as external auditor PwC demanded more documentation for Fisker's annual financial report, highlighting inconsistencies in financial reporting and documentation collection. This internal confusion has left Fisker unable to accurately report its revenue, contributing to its failure to file its annual financial report for 2023. Amidst these challenges, Fisker has paused production of its Ocean SUV, faces potential bankruptcy, and has seen its shares suspended and delisted by the New York Stock Exchange. Additionally, Fisker has struggled with state DMV payments for new customers, leading to prolonged issues with temporary license plates and vehicle registrations. Next, we delve into the evolving electric vehicle landscape. In a bid to lead the EV transition, Ford is shifting its focus towards developing affordable compact EVs, aiming for a price point around $25,000. This strategic pivot comes as the automaker aims to meet growing consumer demand and compete with rivals like Tesla. Ford plans to introduce a compact SUV by late 2026, followed by a small pickup and possibly a ride-hailing vehicle, all powered by cost-effective lithium iron phosphate batteries. The move involves forming a specialized team to create an economical EV platform for smaller models, leveraging economies of scale and optimizing supply chains. However, Ford faces challenges, including achieving profitability quickly and contending with Tesla's upcoming $25,000 EV. Despite these hurdles, Ford's focus on affordable EVs signifies its commitment to sustainability and broadening electric mobility access, aligning with global efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Innovation Pulse. If you enjoyed our insights and are eager to learn more, the Enlighten Me app is just a tap away. Expand your knowledge with personalized content on over 20 diverse topics, from crypto to health and beyond, all curated to fit your interests. Download the Enlighten Me app now at the Apple Store or Google Play, or visit the enlightenme.ai website. Stay curious, stay enlightened.